In the dusty sprawls of Akila City, 2328, the Dustclaw was born, a defiant creation of the Freestar Collective, forged to wrest control from the Crimson Fleet's iron grip on the Outer Rim. Crafted by Jace Calder, a rogue engineer haunted by tales of the ancient Wing Commander simulations, this ship fused the rugged soul of the frontier with the Rapier's sleek, predatory grace. At its heart roared twin experimental rotary detonation drives, salvaged from a crashed UC relic, their controlled explosions birthing a thrust that painted the void with an orange glow. Paired with its fierce, fixed nose-mounted autocannons, inspired by Kilrathi war machines, the Dustclaw stood as a testament to raw, unrelenting power. Its legend ignited at the Battle of the Red Wastes, where pilot Lena Dust Devil Rourke took the helm. With a howl of rotary drives and a thunderous cannon barrage, she tore through a pirate frigate, leaving a scar of debris like a claw raking the dust. Thus, its name was sealed. Yet glory nearly turned to ruin during a raid on Kodos, when the drive's volatile heart faltered, unleashing an engine overload that shook the stars. Reborn in 2033 with a stabilized gravitic regulator, the Dustclaw returned under Rourke's steady hand, its engines and cannons now a feared Freestar emblem. Through the years, this freelance interceptor has carved its path across the settled systems, its rotary drives and in-your-face armament drawing adventurers to its storied legacy. A tale whispered in every spacer's cantina, a legend of dust, fire, and steel.
Greetings, fellow space nerds, humans of Earth and beyond. I'm Cornelius, back again with more Starfield shipbuilding. Today, I've got build number 148, Dustclaw. My take on the Rapier starfighter, specifically the Rapier pictured in the 1999 sci-fi classic Wing Commander. Now, there are quite a few depictions and variations of the Rapier across the many Wing Commander games back from the 90s, but my favorite was the one from the movie. Now, of course, I had to size this bird up a bit, primarily due to parts limitations, but I really tried to get the proportions proper, at the very least. It was about 30% larger for a good time. I've been tinkering with this ship for, probably almost 2 months now. I was just holding on to it because it's super fun and I didn't want to post it. And then this new Cross Heavy Industries mod came out, which is the reason why we have these awesome rotary detonation drives, which I'll go over in the build. And of course, we gotta talk about these 12 nose-mounted chain guns, which are one of the focal points of the ship, of course, and is actually one of my favorite design aspects of the Rapier from the movie. So much fun with this one. I don't think I'm gonna be dismantling her anytime soon. Let's check her out. Man, sometimes with these ships, they just come together in a way, and Damn, I just think this looks so cool. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm on an island. I'm totally fine with it. This chain gun action up here, actually not that difficult of a merge. Unfortunately, only 6 of them work. The other 6 are decorative. But I like the look, and yeah, who doesn't like 12 chain guns? The only thing better than 12 would be 13. Anyways, I am very pleased with the overall profile and proportions of this one. It's obviously not a one-to-one to its design inspiration. However, I think overall we're spot on to the Rapier. These engines, man, Cross Heavy Industries mod author, thank you times a billion. This looks super cool. We've also got some decorative missile launchers back here. I'm gaming them out as electronic warfare pods, some electronic countermeasure launchers, since a space fighter ship would have those. At least I think they would. And I've got some decorative, well, a decorative disruptor and a decorative laser up here. They kind of look like sensors to me, so targeting sensors it is. A few of our extra shield modulators down here. And let's check out this interior. We enter into Owltech 1x1 engineering hab. I'm theorizing with this one, because of the rotary detonation drives, some extra engineering space would be required. Got a small little weapons rack, just in case. And here's a Falkland 1x1 engine hab. We can game this out as our secondary power source for our weapons, maybe. On this side, I was able to stuff another bench in here. That's because of the builder mod that the Great Linden turned me on to. Pretty cool mod. And up one flight of stairs we go. Now we come up into a 2x1 Stroud Premium crew quarters. This is the kitchen area. I think I was able to fit a good amount. Of course, there's clearance for our refrigerator door. Come on. And over on this side, fit a very small, call it a med corner. It's not a med bay, but there is an auto dock in there and some supplies, so you can deal with some injuries. Now this is, of course, a pre-decorated hab that I've added some things to, just to put my touch on it. And now heading to the stern. Here's our gear room / armory. This is a Metallurgia 1x1 cross hab. This is also where our docker's at, back here. We've got a nice little cheeky window shutter reveal to our fuel stores. Pretty nice feature in the most recent update to the Metallurgia mod. That guy's on version 8.0 already. Metallurgia, you're the man. Got some guns. Didn't really wargame this ship out as any kind of particular anything. I just wanted to build something cool that was kind of like a rapier. And up to our 3rd level. This is an empty Taio 1x1. I turned it into a bit of a server room where we get all of our electrical juice from. Also put a second bathroom up here. Yeah, moving forward to the bridge. Now I decorated this as a sort of control room slash bridge combination. Now there is some clipping into this space, but I was able to hide almost all of it with these various servers, the nav board, and the consoles. Of course, we've got our cockpit shoddy. And that's about it. The interior of the Dustclaw. Let's build her. Alright, here's our mod list and load order. If it's checked, it is active in my load order. If there's a thumbs up next to it, it is maybe not absolutely required for the build, but you should probably run those. Now, the new mod that I'm kind of featuring here, Cross Heavy Industries, it actually didn't let me put a thumbs up there. Kind of weird, but that's creations for you, I guess. But you absolutely need it if you're going to create these engines how I did. But it's this one right here, Cross Heavy Industries. Here's our parts list. Go ahead and snag one of these in your builder. Now you are going to have to go to the Falkland Systems showroom in New Atlantis if you want to use the engine hab that I did. Everything else should be available in the builder. And here's the weapons loadout. Now I did use a good amount of decorative weapons on this one. Of course, 6 of these autocannons up front to give that 12 effect. And then I used some decorative missiles on the stern to look like electronic countermeasures. And I used decorative laser and a decorative disruptor up front to kind of look like targeting sensors. Step 1, walkable spaces. This is the cockpit, the bay, the docker, and our habs. I'll see you in step 2. Step 2, this is going to be the base for the rest of the bow and our chain gun setup. Now the offsets here are important, so make sure you get everything lined up as I show it here, because we're going to be building forward and aft from what we do here. Again, make sure you get the alignment just how I show it here. This is where we get a little bit of that cockpit clipping, but I don't think it's too much of a problem. But yeah, again, make sure you get everything orientated the same way I have it here. You'll see why we need to do that in the future steps. Step 3, the gun. Well, the guns, plural. This is going to be working the bow forward. It's going to be our nose-mounted radome, as well as our 12 chain guns, and some other bits. If you're not aware, the Tiger Shipyards mod has been updated a few times recently, and included in one of the most recent updates was his own version of the Avon-Tech little tiny block right here. However, this one does not give you that funny error that the Avon-Tech version does. So I recommend switching over to this one. It's easier to build with. Now, here with our chain gun setup, all we're doing is merging an equipment plate and a weapon plate into the same slot, which gives us the rotated orientation for each of these guns. Now here, make sure you get one Gillibrand spacer on the top and one Gillibrand spacer on the bottom. Now these Nova Cowlings are attaching to the top of those Antera squares and the bottom of those Antera squares respectively. Now make sure that the Nova Cowlings here, the front one, is clipping a little bit into the back of the chain guns up front. That's how you're going to know that the fitment is proper. Now we're attaching this small Nova Cowling to the front Antara square. Like so. Now, there's multiple ways that this bit will attach to what we've built so far. We want one in particular. Obviously not that one. That's the one we want. So, when it's orientated like this, everything should line up how it looks. There should be a bit of overlap there. Right on. That is setting everything else up. Step 4. This is going to be pretty much all of the cargo for the ship. Now, because we have the room for it, you can kind of afford to get sloppy with your merges here, because it's all going to be hitting in this bow section. So I do cram a good amount of these cargo pods in there, just because I can. Of course, if you don't want the ship to have any cargo, you can not include them. But this is where I felt it was a good idea to put them. Step 5, our wings. This is also where our gear are going to be. Now the Rapier has short, stubby wings with 2 big missiles on either side. So I definitely wanted to try to capture that same idea. And I'm really happy with how this all turned out. Now, there's a good amount of Gillibrand spacer uses here, and we'll get into that once I finish up this bottom structural bits here. Now, once we've got that initial half part of the wing assembled, we have this internity part, and we have 2 Gillibrand spacers that are connected to each other. So we want to make sure that one of them is in the center here, like so, and the other one is just aft of it. That is going to be where our Deimos cowlings attach to. Right, so when we attach this, it is offset, just like that. So you can probably already see where I'm going with this, and how we were able to get everything merged into it to kind of give that sturdy, kind of stubby wing. Now this gear merge, another pretty simple one. Just use an equipment plate and merge it to the back of the Deimos cowling, and then that will attach right in there. We're going to use the same technique here in a second for the other gear that's a little bit behind it. Now I included these Matilda armor pieces just to get that whole stats up, because I am a bit of a stats maxer. Step 6. This is going to be our stern assembly, as well as some more armor and structural bits. We're also going to build out that rear armory gear room area, those internal windows. Now, for whatever reason, I had to attach a second Gillibrand spacer here because the equipment plate would not attach to that first one. So that's why that's there. Now, to make these interior windows for our fuel tanks, put the fuel tank first, and Matilda armor plate above it. Grab 2 equipment plates here. I chose to light the rooms up with green lights from the SETI mod. You can do whatever you like, of course. A couple more Matilda armor plates there. And then everything kind of just merges like so. And the other side is mirrored, so of course you have all the leeway that you want to build whatever you want in there. You can put different looking sensors, different lights, totally up to you. Make sure you get your alignment right here, and we're cooking. Yeah, I knew that looked weird. That looks better. I did tell you to check your fitting. I didn't even do it myself, you see? Step 7. Our rotary detonation drives. There are 2 of them, so I've left one intact for reference, and we're gonna put the other one together right now. Damn, that's pretty. This is, of course, all thanks to the Cross Heavy Industries mod. Brand new mod. So far, so good. Now, to do this, you just put one of these engines down, then duplicate and rotate one position over until you get a circular rotary detonation drive, like so. Now, one side effect of doing any of these engines in this orientation is that you are going to be adding a whole bunch of possible attachment points to the builder, which does slow it down. So you can kind of tell here, but if you wanted to put 6 or 8 of these type of engine designs on a ship, you may very well crash the builder, or just turn it into a crazy slow mess. So beware. And with that, the Dustclaw is yours. Let's go hunt some Kilrathi. If you made it this far, thank you. Thank you very much. This was very much a bit of a passion project for me, as Wing Commander is one of my favorite sci-fi movies, all the way back from 1999. It was kind of one of my first experiences with kind of a darker sci-fi movie, maybe one not rated for kids, if you would. And of course, I loved it. I still love it. I still put it on. And yeah, it's a hell of a movie. These awesome rotary detonation drives, of course, would not be possible without the Cross Heavy Industries mod. It's a brand new mod, as I've mentioned, but so far so good. You can expect to see it in a good amount of future builds. There's a whole bunch of other parts that rotate in this same orientation. Very cool, and I definitely recommend it. Trying to set up this nose-mounted chain gun orientation with the ray dome in there was also a very fun challenge. This was great. I loved it. I hope you did too. Cornelius. You can find me in the Star Yard.